Hello again. Today I'm gonna make another test for the drone Conquest mod. Now I discover something that is not desirable. The drones are kamikazing into an enemy vessel, so I devised this little scenario to try figure out why. So we have an MTF frigate being escorted by 4 defender drones and 1 large drone. Now the target for the engagement is going to be the AAM Cascade class destroyer. Now, this destroyer is a fairly good design. I would actually say it's fairly realistic. It does have a lot of guns on it, but still, it's full vanilla and is within the parameters of what a large ship should be. And quite possibly, you may find ships like this in while playing survival servers. I mean, it is not completely impossible to build such a large ship if a group of players decides to. Okay, so as you can see, it's said to be an enemy. It's owned by the NPC and the small squadron itself. It's owned by the host. In this case, that's me. Okay, we'll begin the test in a second. And off they go. Let's use the spectator camera. The friendly squadron is rapidly approaching. And I added decoys to the drones, and as you will see, the first salvo of the enemy destroyer is kind of missing all around the drones. It manages some splash damage, and here is when it happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 drones. They kamikaze it into the belly of the enemy ship. Now the remaining large drone, there's little that it can do against such a large ship. It's mostly disarmed by this time. It only has 1 Gatling gun, but is successfully engaging. It's doing this attack pattern, going around, and it manages some higher survivability, taking into consideration that it's engaging an almost cruiser-sized enemy, which is a fairly large destroyer, until it gets destroyed. So I have no idea what's causing the kamikaze. It only happens in this case, and it's always the same scenario. It's always here in this spot. Okay, so I just wanted to show that, and I didn't get any errors. Well, apparently. Wow, it's still attacking. Yeah, it still has the controls active and a gyroscope. I mean, as survivable as the drones are, even if they manage to survive a ramming, they're just gonna stop and be picked off by the enemy turrets. And in this case, there's just too many of them, which is one of the main concerns that we have. It's turret spamming. It managed to destroy more than 50% of the enemy turrets. I mean, that's quite an achievement taking into consideration that it's only a single, well, yeah, a large drone, but it's only one. So if the smaller ones wouldn't have crashed, maybe the outcome would have been different. So now I know how to make this ship move, and I don't know exactly why that happens, but if I do this, just copy without pasting it, it begins an evasion cycle. It's not saying it because the antenna was destroyed. The antenna was right there, right where you see that damage. But this is an evasion cycle, and basically the ship just flies away, backwards or sideways, until it reaches full speed. And one thing that I've been saying over and over again in this game is that the whole deal with the full speed being a cap maximum, it doesn't help combat at all. It actually hinders combat, because it doesn't matter, like the acceleration ratio that your small ship has is never gonna catch that larger enemy ship. So anyway, just let's check out what happened with the Stag Beetle drone. It says returning to ship, which is trying to, and I'm actually quite surprised of the survivability of this design. I mean, once again, I was going for looks instead of functionality, but maybe it's too ingrained in my designs. Anyway, okay, that's all for now. Just the mystery of the kamikaze drones.